absolutely free and enjoy more of what the world has to offer in this action one, because this is where most human beings screw the pooch.
So a little one-person trampoline. Very,
If I screen shared it, like there's no excuse. Like phone numbers are just out there. You just got to pick up the phone, smile, and dial. So. Good morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk to Tanner Morning Show, where we go over tips, tricks, ideas, and exercises to help make you the absolute best entrepreneur you can be, not only for yourself, but for the people you love and care about most. Personal development is what we're all about here. If you're looking to become a better you, you've come to the right place. We're going live here this morning. We're talking about 5 reasons why it is absolutely crucial to have a number one goal in life, how it can make you feel at ease, how it can make you feel better in the moment today as you're heading towards your goal. Sometimes these goals can seem so far away that it can be intimidating, it can be deterring, it can just make us not want to continue to keep pushing, even though. Good morning. Thanks for tuning into the show this morning. We are going to go over these 5 reasons. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and share my show notes. I'm going to read through this, and then we're going to expand on each point just a wee bit. We always like to take the reference, you as the viewer, sit there and think, what is my number one goal? If I could only achieve one more thing, if there was one thing I could focus on, and it doesn't mean just because we have number one goals doesn't mean we have to forfeit everything else. It's just we have a number one. We have a true priority. So you in your own position, think to yourself, okay, what is most important to me? And then these benefits can hopefully help encourage you to do the same and keep you in alignment as we're striving for that number one goal. So our challenge for today, and we'll recap the challenge again. We're trying to incorporate more challenges for you guys, small, simple ones, is to tell someone else your number one goal today. That is our goal. If we do anything today, the challenge for today would be to tell somebody else our number one goal. When we're willing to express it, when we're willing to share it, we're more willing to do it. And as an accountability coach, that's what I want for you. I want you to go out and do it, but also to enjoy it. And not goals in the future don't always have to be a total grind. And I hope these benefits can help attest to that. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump to, I'm going to present my screen, share screen. So that would be my window. Okay. Share. All right, you guys can see this. Great. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Okay. Show notes, everyone see this okay? Let's go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. That was one of the pieces of feedback I got recently. They're like, Tanner, I can't see shit on your show. Make it bigger. And I was like, all right, well, okay. So hopefully this can make it a little easier. And these are some of my personal show notes, doing research online and this is what I was coming up with. 5 reasons why it's important to have a number one goal. Number 1, provides direction. Number 1, provides direction. When we have a number one goal, we know which way to go. A clear and well-defined goal can provide direction and focus. Without a clear goal, it's easy to get lost and distracted. Is that not a pandemic right now? People are like, I don't know what I want to do, and I'm in pain. It's like, I hear this. I'm sure I'm like very deliberately looking for people to try and help them with this. So I'm sure I see it more than but I don't know. You tell me, like, doesn't it feel like a lot of people are lost and get distracted so easily? I would flash my cell phone, but I use it as a web camera now. It's being distracted is, man, it's really tough to get by it. There's just so many fascinating things, everything going in a million directions. And also these billion-dollar companies are billion-dollar companies because they get paid to make a lot of money, to gain your attention. I went to this seminar I paid for, and this guy was just ranting about how he's like, attention is money. All I want is your attention, because if I can hold your attention, then the algorithms push and promote my stuff. I sell more, yada, yada. So it's pretty wild. People are trying to distract us. And when we don't have that number one goal, it can be very easy to get distracted. Having a number one goal gives you something to work towards, helping you to prioritize your time and energy towards achieving it. We only have so much time and we only have so much energy, and we like to prioritize our time towards this. A lot of times, I feel like as an entrepreneur, sometimes I just waste a bunch of time because I'm not sure what to do next. This happens when I don't plan out my day, when I'm not thinking of planning out my day to be in alignment with my number one goal. This can happen. This can get jumbled up. So having a number one goal can help prioritize our time. So provides direction. Direction's good. We want direction. Increase motivation. You have those days when you don't want to do anything. You're like, Tanner, I am tired. I don't feel like doing this. And I feel you. I feel this myself quite often. I'd imagine everyone to a degree feels this, like a lack of motivation. I don't think anyone's hardwired to work 24/7. Even people like Elon Musk get pretty pooped out, or I'm sure he's got some demons that I don't want from working 24/7. But increasing motivation is something most of us need, including myself. Increasing motivation, a goal that is meaningful and inspiring, can increase motivation levels. We want to increase motivation, right? When you have a clear purpose and a target to work towards, you're more likely to be motivated to take action towards achieving it. One of the hardest things about life that seems so confusing and tough is that it's like, okay, I need to have this motivation right now. I need to be motivated, and I need to take consistent action with this motivation. But if my motivation depletes, am I able to still continue to go and keep pace with the goals that I'm trying to achieve? Sometimes this can be the battle and really tough. I think having that number one goal just makes it that much easier on picking what it is you need to do with a sense of direction, and then increasing your motivation to actually just take action towards achieving it. So chipping away at it, increasing motivation from having your number one goal. Our next is encourages growth. Encouraging growth. Tony Robbins, I'll say this a million more times before I die. Tony Robbins talks about, if you are not growing as a person, you are dying. If you are not growing, then you are dying on the inside. And this can be very painful, and this can lead to massive amounts of suffering. Us as human creatures want to be heading in the right direction. We want to be better. Think about in your own position. Do you want to be better? Do you want to push yourself? If you're willing to tune into a show like this, where we're just yelling about personal development all the time, then chances are you're trying to encourage growth. And I think having a number one goal can make that much easier. So encouraging growth, pursuing a challenging and ambitious goal can lead to personal growth and development. It may require learning new skills, overcoming obstacles, and pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. Shout out to my brother. He's doing this like really cool climbing challenge out in Utah, and just being willing to push yourself out of your comfort zone. And I'm not saying you need to get too crazy with it, right? But think about the times that you have pushed yourself out of your comfort zone. You have been willing to do something a little more challenging in the sake of your goals. Did it feel good? Chances are maybe it was a little uncomfortable in the moment, but afterwards, a little bit of euphoria rushing through us, excited about like, holy crap, that felt really good. I'm pushing myself in the right direction, getting out of our comfort zone. There's this famous TED Talk. I can't remember. He talks about growth. If you just type in TED Talks on personal growth rings, there was a really good TED Talk I liked a lot. I can leave the link in one of the comments below. He talks about the growth rings, and he talks about how all growth stems from being uncomfortable. I think we've all heard this in a rough way, some way, shape, or form, but just getting ourselves out of our comfort zone. And I'm stressing this point because to me, it feels so important. Whether you're creating content to build your own brand for a business that you've always dreamed about starting, whether you're putting yourself out there to take on more responsibility at work because you're like, okay, this is what I want to do. And I want to be the best I can be at this. So I'm willing to push myself a little bit in this area where I know I can grow. So think in your own business, your own life, how can I get out of my comfort zone just a wee bit today and have it relate to my number one goal? Get me closer to the number one goal, because progress boosts confidence. Point number 4, boost confidence. It's okay to want a confidence boost. I see that there's a few more people joining us this morning, watching us. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And that boosts my confidence. That makes me want to come back here and talk about this again and do it again. Try and inspire someone, some shape, some form, to try and live in alignment with their number one goal. So encouraging growth, pursuing a challenging and ambitious goal can lead to personal growth and development. Oh, that is boosting confidence. My fault. We're on boosting confidence. Achieving a significant goal can boost confidence and self-esteem. It can demonstrate that you are capable of accomplishing great things and give you a sense of accomplishment and pride. So a sense of accomplishment and pride when we are working towards something that we actually give a shit about is really, really good. So we want to boost our confidence as we're working towards this. We're achieving and we're building that self-esteem. We don't need to be dependent on external validation, but it's okay for people to feel good when people acknowledge that we are growing, that we are getting better, that we are working towards your number one goal. Or the goal is we share this with somebody. We share this number one goal with somebody, and then it boosts our confidence when they say, damn, that's pretty cool. How are you going to go about that? Where's that currently at right now? What do you have going on? What are some challenges you're facing? If you're talking to someone nice enough, willing to listen to you, then that can really help boost your confidence. And also, maybe this can be the challenge for today is to go tell somebody your number one goal. One other person, your partner, your parents, your kids, I don't care. Somebody, say it out loud verbally. Get multiple senses of communication involved with this. Write it out. Talk to somebody. I find it very, very helpful and boosts my confidence. So, and it can be kind of a test that we're talking about when you say this number one goal to somebody and they don't care about it, they're not in alignment with it, it doesn't mean anything. Maybe that's a sign that that you guys aren't in alignment with your vision and your goals. And that can be something that you talk about further, or you might need to be making some environment changes to make sure that you can surround yourself with the people who can get you closer to your number one goal. Because they talk about no man is an island. Nobody does it by themselves. No one can do it alone. Everyone needs support in some way, shape, form. Okay, boosting confidence from our number one goal. And our last but not least, provides a sense of purpose. Of course, we're talking about purpose in the final point. Provide a sense of purpose. A number one goal can give your life a sense of purpose and meaning. It can help you to feel more fulfilled and satisfied with your life as you are actively working towards something that is important to you. Feeling a sense of purpose has got to be one of the most powerful things on the planet. Isn't it crazy what humans, in my eyes, humans are really incredible at building shit and destroying shit. And we do it with a sense of purpose, with a drive behind it that isn't matched clearly by anything else on the planet. Humans are very unique in that sense of having a true purpose or being in the driver's seat. How great is it that we are in the driver's seat to decide, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. That's how I want to go. This means the world to me, and I'm going to support this and I'm going to work towards this. Being able to have purpose and match it with a number one goal. No wonder why we accomplish so much stuff. It seems incredible to me that we're able to define a purpose for ourselves. And that stuff's pretty cool. So I hope these tips were helpful, or at least these benefits of having a number one goal are encouraging enough for you to write down on a piece of paper, type it out on Google Docs. Go tell somebody. Use multiple forms of communication to try get your number one goal down. Go share it with someone who you care about and see how that makes you feel. See if any ideas kind of come forward. It seems like every time I'm talking about my number one goal, so I guess it'd be worth sharing it in the comments so I can tell you guys. My number one goal is to have 1 million people do my one-page life plan boot camp. My number one goal is to have 1 million people do my one-page life plan boot camp. And by doing this, we can help people discover a sense of purpose. They can understand what they value. They can understand the vision for the future, the relationships they need to have in their life. It's a course on personal development. So if you are interested in taking my one-page boot camp course and you want to improve these things, you want to understand your purpose, you want to understand your number one goal, please send me a direct message. I'm taking on more clients. Additionally, we offer long-term life coaching partnerships where I work with entrepreneurs one-on-one to try and help grow their personal and professional lives. Other than that, that's all I had for today, everyone, was just the five tips, points, or ideas on how we can be in alignment with our number one goal. What are the benefits of having a number one goal? And it always feels better to, man, so many of these just ring so true to me that I can't help but kind of pause and think about them as I'm related to my own number one goal. So I hope you guys can do the same. Cheers to having a number one goal. Cheers to having an amazing, most importantly, number one goal is nice, but go have a good day today. How long are we really alive? It'll be Wednesday, March 8th for only today. And then poof, it's gone. March 8th is bon voyage, gone again. So if you can breathe, if you can get outside and walk, if you can go do something nice for somebody, let's go do it. You guys all have an amazing, fun-filled day. I'm your show host, Talk to Tanner. Shout out to, again, this awesome mug. I love this mug. Shout out to the show. Hopefully you guys have a great day as well. If there's anything in the world I can do for you, please don't hesitate to reach out to me with a personal message. And other than that, I got some work to do myself today. I got to create some more content before I run over to one of my side jobs with my family. So it should be a good day. I'm excited for it. Lots to get done. Let's keep rolling on with the punches, my friends, and let's have a good one. Thanks again. I'm out of here. Until next time, I'll see you guys again live tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. to start our day off right with more personal development tips. Check you later. Peace.